After achieving his professional breakthrough with the successful premiere of his score for the ballet The Firebird in June of 1910, the 28-year-old Igor Stravinsky began writing a concert piece for piano and orchestra based on a fantastical vision. I'd imagined a puppet, suddenly endowed with life, exasperating the patience of the orchestra with diabolical cascades of arpeggios. The orchestra retaliates with menacing trumpet blasts. The outcome is a terrific noise which reaches its climax and ends in the collapse of the poor puppet. When Stravinsky played what he'd been composing for the director of the Ballet Russe, Sergei Diaghilev, the impresario suggested that he used the music as the basis for a successor to the Firebird. Temporarily putting aside planning for a project that would eventually yield The Rite of Spring, he worked with the Russian artist and critic Alexandre Benoit to construct a full scenario centered around a Russian puppet theater and the stock character of Petrushka, the immortal and unhappy hero of every fair in all countries. The score he produced marked a fundamental advance in his creative development. With Petrushka, Stravinsky's distinctive form of musical modernism became the defining characteristic of his art. The ballet's storyline is at once straightforward and imaginative, and the vivid exactitude of Stravinsky's music demonstrates that his powers of sonic description certainly equaled those of Richard Strauss. Laid out in 4 tableaux, the ballet opens upon a Shrovetide fair in St. Petersburg in 1830. Stravinsky conveys the bustling atmosphere of this enormous, open-air Mardi Gras party with vibrantly oscillating pandiatonic harmonies, and he quotes a Russian folk tune, the Song of the Volopchobniki, to anchor the music in the scenario's cultural setting. The sounds of an organ grinder and a music box are heard, variously playing a waltz and a French street tune. Suddenly, drummers direct the crowd's attention to an old magician standing next to a miniature theater. Casting a spell by playing his flute, the theater's curtain rises to reveal 3 puppets, Petrushka, a ballerina, and a Moor. With taps to their heads, they are brought to life, dancing on their hooks at first before apparently assuming human form as they step into the crowd, their mechanized physicality underlined by the sound of the xylophone and the repetitions of this Russian dance's clear-cut rhythmic patterns. The scene ends, and the drummers usher in the ballet's second tableau. We see Petrushka being kicked back into his tiny cell, ostensibly by the magician, whom he hates. Pulling himself together, he ponders his plight. All the puppets have human feelings, but Petrushka's are the most intense, and the suffering engendered by his dual nature is captured in the combined C major and F-sharp major arpeggios that create what has become known as the Petrushka chord.